bras that are like this are definitely not on my radar. They could be on yours, but they're not gonna be on mine. Honestly, y'all, very mediocre day. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time clothing reseller on multiple different platforms. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a good old ship and shop. I'm going to show you guys my sales from the previous day, and then I'm going to take you to my Goodwill outlet here in Texas where I source for new inventory to list on all of my platforms. And then at the end, I like to give you a haul of all of those items, give you guys the keywords that I plan on marketing those items with, as well as the projected sales price. So let's just jump in. All right, so for the good old numbers, my gross profit from my sales was $334.78. I did have a total sales amount of 10. One was on Curtsy, 2 was on Depop, 2 was on Posh, and then 5 was on eBay. And my cost of goods was $15.90 for all of these items. And then my average sales price was $33. But the first thing that sold was actually this skirt that you guys did see in a ship and shop video. This is from a brand called 𝙗𝚪𝚃𝙵𝚂, I want to say. I have recently listed this one, so this is a pretty quick turnaround. It was 100% silk. It had lace trim. This is actually a great brand. So this one just kind of fit the factors as to why I should grab it. Unfortunately, it did have a missing button, but I do bypass some of the flaws when the item is still in excellent condition. And then I feel like somebody can still repair that item. I'll just price it much lower. But this one did sell for $25 on Depop, and it took 7 days to actually sell, which is not bad. The next one is from a brand called Equipment. This is a 100% silk button-down shirt. I kind of do have luck selling these, but it's always in that $30 range. So I do try to, make sure that I stick to that price point of $30 to $45 when I list it, because I know that it's gonna go for that $35 amount. But I was pretty happy that this sale came in. It looks like my Nifty bot actually sent them a offer of $33.74 and it sold for $57. And I'm sorry, this one is going to be going to Yonkers, New York. And then, oh wow, and then the first one, which was the skirt, this one is also going to New York, but it's going to New York, New York. So pretty cool. All right, the next one is a item that I sourced in a reseller vlog. This is a Wilfred piece. This was new with tags. It was a white linen dress, and I did check comps and I had noticed that it had a pretty high sell-through rate. Woke up this morning with an offer on Curtsy, and what I love about Curtsy is that their offers are binding. So if they send you an offer and you accept it, they automatically pay. So that is one thing that I do love about them. It's not like how it is on Depop. So when you see a reasonable offer on Curtsy, you can get excited because you are going to be getting that money. But I received a $75 offer. Now I did have this listed, I want to say for like $115, because I really was trying to land around that $80 price point. So when I saw the $75, I'm like, absolutely. But yeah, so this one sold on Curtsy, and this one is actually going to Collingswood, New Jersey. All right, and then the next one is this linen top. Now this was more of like a style-based pickup. It had chore style pockets, and it had kind of like this abstract print to it. So I figured this would be worth picking up, and I can just plug in the right keywords. And this one did receive a little attention on eBay specifically. So it did end up selling on eBay. The lady had asked me a question and I accidentally forgot to take photos of the measurements. So when I noticed that when somebody asks me for measurements and I go look at my photos and I noticed that it's missing measurements, I clearly forgot to take them, because sometimes I'm moving too quick. I forget to actually snap the photo and I'm erasing it to write the next measurement for the next item. So anyways, I said all that to say, I went on and took it out of my no-name box, measured it, and then sent them the measurements, and then they purchased it the next day. And this one sold for $24.64, and it took 104 days to actually sell. This next one is definitely a bolo, so I would definitely look out for this as we move into the fall and winter time. The brand is called Free the Sheep. Now, when I picked this up at the bins, I'm like, oh, this thing is, really good quality. Like, let me look into it. And thank God I did, because I had noticed that the price point was really good. Like the comps looked really nice and the sell-through rate was really nice, especially for it to be in the middle of, summer. So I did price it up there where most of them were priced at, which was $75. I was hoping to get about $60. This person came in and purchased it for my full asking price, which we absolutely love. So this one did sell for $75 and it took 68 days to sell. Definitely a bolo brand. And this one is going to be going to Murray, Utah. Where's my Hoken? I'll just put these in the Hulkin. Okay. The next one is a style-based dress. Now, I did pick this up at the Bins, and I was so happy when I found it because these are the types of items that I do love to find because I know that I can factor stack and then I can just add on the dollars. So, unfortunately, this one wasn't silk or anything, but it was vintage. It had the perfect style, a great colorway, like everything was just really good. And I priced this competitively, but this one did sell for an offer that Nifty sent them, which was $46.40, and it actually only took 8 days to sell. And this one is going to Denver, Colorado. The next one is a NYX bra. Now, when we were at the Bins and I think I was doing another ship and shop video and I came across the exact same thing, and I remember telling y'all that I was not going to pick it up because I still had one that would not sell. So this one finally sold. Now y'all are going to be kind of surprised at the you know, the time that I've had this. I actually had another piece that I've had for a very long time, but this one sold for $9.99. So over this past weekend I ran a 30% off sale on my eBay store, and the items that were marked for $20 and under, I kind of like to do a separate discount for them. I completely exclude them from the 30% off because under $20 is already priced pretty low. So what I did was I just sent them off like $2 off or $5 off or something like that. But I sent them $2 off, and this person actually purchased this one. So this one sold for $9.99, and it took 402 days to actually sell. So that just kind of goes to show that NYX, you know, bras that are like this are definitely not on my radar. They could be on yours, but they're not going to be on mine. But this one is going to Reno, Nevada. And then the next one is another piece that took forever to sell. This is a brand called Aqua Cashmere. It's just a cashmere sweater. I've had this for a very long time. And I was just so happy to see the sale come through. And then I realized, oh, this is a $12 item. So this one did sell for $12. And this one, unfortunately, took 403 days to actually sell. So very long time. This one is also going to New York, and it's going to Brooklyn. All right, the next one is a Eddie Bauer piece. This is a brand that I feel like I just can't find the right things. But this is another piece that I've had for a very long time. And this is why, you know, y'all see me constantly saying, check the sell-through rate, check the comps, put the size in, yada, 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 because of things like this. So I don't gravitate to these types of pieces anymore. But this one did sell for $9.99 on eBay. And it took 346 days to actually sell. And this one is actually going to Three Rivers, Michigan. All right, and then the last one is from a brand called Universal Standard. I do believe y'all saw this in my last ship and shop, I want to say. I can't remember. But this is a brand that I do like picking up at the Bins. It used to be a really good seller a couple of years ago, but I still think they have a following, but you have to make sure you get the sizing correct because they do vanity sizing with this company. So a size small is technically like a large. So if you see a, you know, a S, don't assume that it's like a size 4-6. It's really like a 12-14 or a 14-16. But yeah, so this one did sell for $23. They sent me a very modest offer, and I was like, absolutely. So I did go ahead and accept it, but this one only took 1 day to sell. So as soon as it went live, it sold. So we love that. And this one is going to Longmont, Colorado. So that is all that I have. So we're about to head to the Goodwill outlet where I'm going to source for new inventory. So let's go. All right, so I'm back with a haul. So honestly, y'all, very mediocre day. Very mediocre day. And I will be honest, I left a lot of items that I probably would have took if I didn't already have so much inventory, you know, on hangers and then also in my other Hulkin. So I just felt that I didn't want to settle for a lot of crap. Okay, so the first one is this poplin top from Talbot's, size small. This one is just a button down long sleeve floral design, which I think is really good going into fall. This colorway, it is this hunter green with brown and teal, which is really great colorways for the fall. So definitely a great transitional piece. Now this one, I picked up this brand a few years ago and they sold immediately. They bundled both of them and then sent me an offer, and it sold fairly quickly. But the brand is called Dainty Jewel. This one is an extra large. Now the one that I remember selling, or the two that I remember selling in a bundle a few years ago, they were actually more boho. This one is a little different and it has a few flaws on the front, so I do have to wash this. But this one is just like a maxi tiered dress. Now I'm definitely gonna have to use like witchy, whimsy, goth and all of that, but yeah, really excited about this find, because I'll be honest, I didn't check and see if the brand was still like amazing, but I just felt like this particular style is still very much sellable, so I'm not gonna leave it at the bins, but I'm gonna put it over there because it needs to be washed. This one, I kind of knew what it was. I'm sure you know what it was after seeing that, but it was very crispy, very much so like new. But this is Lily Pulitzer, and it is a size medium. And this one is actually just like a, you know, jersey knit shift dress. Looks like to be maybe like a 3/4 sleeve. And then it does have like gold hardware to the shoulder and then also the cuff. And yeah, this one seems like a more muted Lily Pulitzer. It's not really like, wow, in your face Lily Pulitzer, but definitely, again, another transitional piece. We kind of got that moody colorway, and then at the bottom is more of a spring summer colorway. So definitely, I personally feel like a decent item. This one is just kind of like a given as we move into the fall. I didn't really care about the brand, but I probably should look up the brand, but it's called Miss Selfridge. Don't know, but that's what the tag looks like. And this one is kind of like an open knit long sleeve flare. Well, I guess the girls call it like a bell. And then this one looks to be like maybe crop length. So this is definitely going to be like witchy, you know, honestly also patchwork, because it has like this patchwork texture to, you know, the front. Just, you already know, I feel like I pick up a lot of the same things that I can use the exact same style names and things. So that was the plan. This is actually going to be a set. The brand is called Kate Quinn, which is something similar to like Kite Baby or Kiki Pants, and probably a whole bunch of other kids brands that sell like the bamboo, you know, pajamas. But this one was actually a little boy, so that was the reason why I grabbed it. I feel like there are a lot of little girl pieces out there, but not enough little boy pieces. So some of us that have boys, it's good to have these nice items as well. But yeah, this one is a baseball style, and then this one is like a horseshoe style. So I did go ahead and pick both of them up. It is for 3 to 6 months, so I am going to pair those together and just have like a nice little bundle. This one is honestly the one that I got the most excited about. It's COS or COS, which that's how crazy the day was that I was excited about a COS piece. But this is actually a pretty decent brand for the most part. If you can pick up something good, this is a poplin style. I believe it's like a tie neck. I do hear another reseller talk, you know, nothing but good about this brand, and I've sold it a few times. It's just kind of like a higher line of H&M, so it's not really like something like a bolo. Like I wouldn't pay for this at a thrift store, if I'm being honest. I would definitely pick it up at the bins because it's like a good maybe $30 to $40 flip depending on what you have. But yeah. All right, this is actually from Lord & Taylor, which is definitely a vintage piece, but this one is 100% cashmere, and I believe this is supposed to tie at the neck. So I have to put this one on my mannequin because I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go. But and it's in excellent condition, which I was really surprised about. There's no holes, minimal pilling, so definitely going to be like a preppy style piece. This one is Lululemon. I just feel like once you feel Lululemon a few times, you kind of already know, you know, if it's Lululemon. But I just kind of felt it up and I'm like, yeah, this is giving very much so Lululemon. And then lo and behold, I found the, you know, the little thing. Now I don't really sell those for more than $25, so I like to stick to that. This one was really exciting. Now I don't know the brand, but the fact that it was 100% cashmere and these are pull-on pants, they don't seem to have any holes. I did look it over, but I'm sure I'm gonna look it over again when I put it in my light. but it has a lot of pilling, so I do have to de-pill this. But cashmere pants are totally worth it. I initially thought that I was going to keep this, so I'm going to be honest. I knew it had to have been too good to be true. Yeah, it's like 6 holes on the back. All right, this is 𝙻𝚬𝚰𝚂. This one is a size large, and I love this one because it's like in this gingham plaid colorway, and it is like a red and orange colorway, which is going to be really great for like a pumpkin patch, especially in Texas, because it's not going to be cold in October. But I do think that this would be a great little preppy piece for the season. This one is Athleta, and this is actually just a tank top, very similar to the Swiftly tank from Lululemon. I actually have one of those in here as well, so definitely gonna just, you know, bounce those keywords off of each other when I list both of them. Now this one didn't have a brand on it, but it just felt like it was a pretty good piece. It is kind of like a Henley popover style, and then it is a like midi dress, so like a polo t-shirt dress. So I am going to put this in front of course my lighting, and then I'm going to Google Lens it and see if it can come back with the brand. So then I can probably, you know, price it a little bit better, but for the most part, that's like an easy sell. All right, this is Wit and Wisdom. These are just like some pull-on elastic waist, like trouser pants, and they are like a wide leg pant, which is really nice. And, you know, with it about to be like pretty cold, I think these are a really great pickup. This one is Banana Republic, and this one is a merino wool like short sleeve mock neck sweater. Unfortunately, it is a size extra small, but I still think that I'm going to pair the right, like, you know, keywords, preppy and all of that, academia, to pretty much sell it. This one is Soma, but it is their upward. I don't know. That is so weird. Yeah, I don't know, but it's that line. This one is an extra large, and it's like that jersey knit material, and it's in excellent condition, and it's like a tiered style. So I think that this was perfect. I've been able to sell Soma, you know, a lot, but I feel like when it comes to like the pajamas, you definitely want to make sure you pick up sets. And then when it comes to these dresses, you definitely want to pick up something that is not like overly washed and, you know, bad fabric, because I feel like it doesn't help the sale at all. You got to get it in excellent condition, in a good style. Anyways, this is a new to me brand called 𝙻𝚬𝚰𝚂. I don't know, made in Italy, but this one is a, if I'm not mistaken, it's alpaca and wool. Yeah, wool and alpaca. And the comps on this brand is terrible, but this particular style just kind of gave boho Western style, and also just like this colorway is, but no, so yeah, definitely a great like cabin core piece as well. This one is 𝙬𝚠𝚠𝚳, which is a pretty good brand for the most part, but you have to be real picky with what you pick up. But this one was a size 12. This looks to be kind of like an office style blazer. I love the little tie to the, you know, the waist, and then it's like this floral design to the pockets, which is so pretty. This has to be like wool for sure. This one is mohair in virgin wool. So yeah, definitely a pretty good pickup. I know that it's going to take a little time to sell, actually, because I feel like 𝙬𝚠𝚠𝚳 does have to find the right buyer. All right, this one is Quaker Factory. This is actually a brand that I have a 100% sell-through rate with, so I do like to pick it up when I find it. But this one is more like spring, summer style. It's kind of like a full zip, lightweight jacket, and it's short sleeve. It's also hooded, and then the back also has like an open knit style. So of course, probably wear a tank top with this unless you want, like, you know, your back showing, but it is a larger size, which performs a little bit better in that brand. All right, this one was just kind of like a throw it in the cart type of item. This one is Chico's. It is a size 1, which I believe is equivalent to a size medium. So it's just a velour tunic. It's long sleeve, and I like that it has like this little pop of design at the inner neckline. So I thought that was really nice. So definitely grabbed her. This one is, it was a rough day, y'all. This is 𝙗𝚗𝚽𝚗. I think this is like one of those like limited rare styles. I can't remember, but it had the heart on it, and I just thought that it was a cute little stitch to it in the front, and then also it is a little cute heart stitch to the back as well. So I feel like that's a basic piece. This is another Cobby piece. I think this one's a little bit older because this tag is definitely old, but this one is a velour like blazer dinner coat, so definitely thought I'd grab that one as well. This one is a style-based pickup. I plan on pretty much selling this to like the Gribblin, Goblin, Academia, Preppy, all of that. But this one is apartment 9, size 9. I mean, size large, and it's just a cable knit cardigan. It is button front, so it does look really nice. So that one definitely has different styles that you can pair with it to get it out the door. This one I only picked up because it was new with tags in a larger size. It is Lulu's. Again, new with tags. It is a really good colorway, which is like this cream ivory colorway, and it's like a pointail knit a little bit. Well, maybe not pointail, but like that open knit where you probably will have to wear a tank top as well. All right, this is Sigrid Olsen, and it's a size medium. I was pretty surprised. I liked how this looked, but I was pretty surprised that this brand and in this size was still performing really well. So I thought I'd go ahead and get mine, and I'm just going to list it a little bit lower than I would had we moved on into like spring or summer. All right, this is Athleta. Definitely an older Athleta, but this one was wool, so of course I picked it up. I really did like the color block to it. I thought that kind of gave a little more depth to it, so definitely grab this. All right, this one's for me, but these are just some linen pants, pull-on pants, like palazzo style. I think y'all remember me talking about it in, I probably want to say like a recent vlog. I kind of love these like super flowy linen pants, so I got these for myself. Trying to add a little pop of color in my style because y'all know I love a good brown. All right, this is J. Crew, and this one is just like a pink mock neck sweater. Oh, I thought I saw something. Yeah, mock neck sweater. Yeah, I think this was a newer season too. Yeah, this is from 24. Okay, this one is kind of like a I don't know what it's called. I think it's like is it a negligee? I'm not sure, but it has like that lace detail to it, and it's kind of like this semi-sheer midi dress. It's giving very much so like coquette vibes, so I'll pair all the keywords. Some people actually wear this outside, which if you got the body, do you. But anyways, this is a Lululemon Swiftly tank, and I believe this one is a size 6. This is a Soma dress. This one also was in like new condition, size medium. This is a Cool Nights line, which performs really well. Honestly, if this was my size, I would keep it myself because Soma makes some really good like sleep dresses, especially in the cool nights because it is meant to kind of keep you cool. Basically like modal, the bamboo fabric. But yeah, this is a mini dress. It does have a built-in like shelf bra, if you will. So that's why I really like it. I probably need to look into some of these on the secondhand market because that just seems like a really good lounge. Wow, lounge dress. That just slapped the hell out of me. Okay, anyways, this is from a brand called Victoria Jones. Now I picked this up because you already know Christmas is about to make an appearance pretty soon. And I kind of wanted to try something that is not red or green. So I thought that this tan, which is like a cute little neutral cardigan, would perform well. But it does have like this really cute design to the trees, the Christmas trees. It's like a plaid button down. And then they use buttons as kind of like the bows and stuff. I think it's like a really neat, intricate style. And it's in like really good condition too. Love it, love it, love it. Unfortunately, I just noticed this. The red is bleeding right here. But honestly, that's not that bad. And if you made it this far, please consider subscribing. Please give me a like because it is a free way to support my channel and I would really appreciate it. And let me know something that you sourced this week that you were excited to sell because you already know I'm nosy. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.